Kristian Harloff.
And I'm Tiffany Smith, and this is our very special New Year's episode, and we thought we'd give a little breakdown of all the movies that we loved, we thought were funny, we're surprised by, so let's do it.
This is Movie3Some!
Movie3Some! Yay! Oh wait, I didn't get mine.
Smell like waffles. All right, Tiffany, 2015 is almost over. Only a few hours left, actually, and we have no guest. That's because it's all about our opinions and no one else's opinions matter.
What would you give this year's movies on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the best year in the movies, 0 being wah, wah.
Let's say about an 8. I think that the summer season gave us the popcorn movies that we wanted, and as far as the Oscar movies go, I think that's where we really have been delivering. So I think it's pretty good.
I think we got a pretty good mix, but first let's get into maybe the movies that surprised us the most this year.
Ant-Man, for me. Ant-Man was a movie that a lot of people were saying, oh, this could be Marvel's first flub. It was really funny. I thought Peyton Reed did a really good job. I thought it was a nice change of pace in the... Hi, Billy. Bye, Ralph.
I was pleasantly surprised by Mad Max. I didn't know what to expect going into it, and again, one of my favorite movies of the year. There was no real storyline that we went in knowing, and you just went in, and the effects were amazing. Tom Hardy was great, Charlize Theron was amazing, and obviously I want George Miller to come back.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Let's get into some of the best comedies of the year. Trainwreck.
Right.
I laughed more than I think I've ever laughed in a movie, and didn't expect it.
I would also include Spy. Paul
Oh my God.
Feig, working with Melissa McCarthy, they really know one another.
And Jason Statham.
Do you know that I was able to do this and that? Whatever he says.
Not gonna lie, for Jason Statham, not too bad. So how about Jason Statham gives me another funny film of the year?
Well, you know, one of the things that I really liked was Dope. You know what I mean? I'll go away from Statham for a second, just talk about Dope. I thought not only did it have a really good story and great soundtrack, but it had a lot of laughs and a lot of outrageous moments that weren't just outrageous for the sake to be outrageous, it drove the story.
We get to go see a lot of movies, but sometimes we even get to be on the red carpets and talk to some of our favorite actors, directors. What were some of your highlights of this year?
Oh man, one, I got to actually sit down and talk to Sylvester Stallone for Creed. As an 8-year-old kid, if you told me I was gonna do that, I would just faint in a heart attack.
My brother had given me that one.
Look at his chest on top of it,
The
my
chest
God.
is embarrassment.
And then, speaking of which, I got to talk to Harrison Ford, Han Solo himself, and he brought up the Millennium Falcon and parsecs and everything that I wanted to hear as a kid.
I think he wants the ship that served him well. The ship that made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. I don't think there's anything out there to beat it yet.
I got to do the Jurassic World red carpet premiere, and that was just so much fun.
And I learned my Photoshop skills.
Yeah.
Green screen, baby.
Hey everyone, I'm here at the Jurassic World premiere. Kristian, this looks ridiculous. What are you gonna do? Put like a car behind me and the Jurassic World gates? No one's gonna believe this. This is lame.
You have no idea what people believe.
Let's move on to my other favorite moment. I got to go to D23 and interview the cast of The Force Awakens.
Hopefully you feel as badass as I think you are from seeing that poster. Thank you. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I'm really in it as well. Like my stuff and everything.
Let's get into just our top movies of the year.
Yeah, and I think to start off for me, I think one of them is absolutely Creed. I'm a big Rocky fan. I was excited to see the movie because I'm a fan of the franchise, but to watch what director Ryan Coogler did and to bring back Stallone, he's gonna be nominated for the Oscar, and to watch this.
Should be, for sure.
Should be. This was a movie that it far exceeded my expectations.
Inside Out, I think just, hearing that it's gonna be the different emotions inside of a kid's head, you're like, how is that gonna work? And then you go in and you have all the feels.
Kids loved it. Adults loved it. It is a movie, it's one of the best movies of the year for sure, not just animation. Now we can't leave out Star Wars! The Force
Of course, we've got to talk
Awakens.
about The Force Awakens.
We've got to talk about Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it's a movie that we were very excited to see.
How many times have you seen it now?
3. It is a movie that we've been waiting essentially 30 years to find out what happened to Luke, Han, and Leia, and we find out.
The question is no longer who's your favorite, Han, Luke, or Leia. Who's your favorite? Han, Luke, Leia, Rey, Finn, Poe, Kylo. There's so many more to choose from. But since it is New Year's, we've got to talk about the movies we're looking forward to in 2016. And so I'm gonna kick this one off.
Do it.
Gotta start with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Seeing the trailer that we did see.
We
why are you
got
making
all of
this
it
weird
in the
face?
trailer.
We did get a lot in the trailer, that's for sure.
Now, Batman v Superman is going to be competing with Civil War as what will be the best superhero movie of the year. Civil War has a good shot.
I want to see more of Scarlet Witch. We got to see characters that had magic powers in that movie for the first time, so moving forward, they're going to be able to push that even further, which I'm excited about.
For me, it's always Star Wars. Everything's Star Wars, and for me, it's Rogue One. Why? Because they got people that worked on Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan, Zero Dark 30, and they're making a Star Wars film. This is a war film. It takes place right before Episode 4, and you watch to see how the plans for the Death Star. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Since we are talking about 2016, we like to make bets here.
We do.
I think we should go big and make a pretty epic bet. What do you think is going to be the top grossing film of 2016?
Ooh, okay, this is going to be a tough one because I think there's a bunch of contenders out there.
That's true.
I will take Captain America: Civil War. I think from when it comes out in the summer, the fact that it is furthering the story and you get to see these guys fight and it is following Batman v Superman, I actually think it's going to benefit. So I'm going to say Civil War.
I'm gonna have to go with Batman v Superman. Everybody has been waiting to see Batman and Superman fight. You're gonna get this in this movie. And, you know, when you look at the numbers from the last Marvel film with Ant-Man, didn't do that huge. And I feel like we've had so many of them that this is kind of starting a new chapter. And so I think the excitement over what is this gonna be like is gonna top the box office numbers.
It's a good bet, but it was a terrible choice. Well, Tiffany, we have a full year of shows here on Movie3Some to find out who's going to be the winner. And you can find me on December 31st, 2016, taking my victory in.
For you guys, though, make sure you send in those loser shoulds, but use the hashtag LoserShould2016. Send them in all year and make sure they are epic.
Yes, like sneaking into the Playboy Mansion. Anything that you can think of that would be cool for me to do and not harmful, do it.
Just want to tell you all that he said cool for me to do because he thinks he's going to lose. That's all I got to say.
Well, I just want cool things when I have to because whatever.
Because you think you're going to lose.
Go to commercial.
Just keep digging that hole. All right, well, you guys, thank you all so much for hanging with us this year in 2015. We'll see you all again right here in 2016 because there are tons of awesome movies coming out.
Yeah, and get yourself caught up. You do want to watch all of the stuff that we've done before in 2015. Check that out right there. And then subscribe right over there so you can catch everything that's coming up in 2016. And download the Fandango Movie Clips app on your smartphone. And then join us every week on Movie3Some!
Happy New Year!